Hello, everybody. My name is Giselle Sherry,
I'm Dan Sherry.
and today's topic was about how there's a lot of people that deal with ADHD, and they're on different prescriptions, and so we wanted to talk about the effects of different prescriptions, and then even caffeine, how it affects it.
Caffeine will affect ADHD and work with or against the chemicals and prescriptions are supposed to be helping people deal with their ADHD. Um, my personal experience, I've heard other people's, they love this, they hate that, what chemicals work best. I've been on Adderall. Uh, it worked for me to a degree at the time. I've had Silert. It raised the liver function levels. It's not good for your liver.
Mm.
And while it worked great while I was taking it, it seemed to do its job, calm my thoughts down. When I was off of it, uh, my body would react to what was being subdued by the chemical. It would My body would react and go way up, and then the mood would drop back down again. Since it was subduing my appetite, uh, appetite came roaring back, and then it was inconsistent.
I would imagine you'd gain weight like that too, because
Yes,
it's
your body's saying, I'm hungry all of a sudden. What are we going to do? We need food now. And for once, we were doing it this way, and the chemicals no longer expressing appetite. What I'm trying to make is probably better up without the chemicals. Just in case you're without the chemicals, you're trying to go through your daily routine without your chemicals that your body's used to, and trying to deal with things you call normally, and your brain is still trying to adjust not having whatever used to be in there. So for me, in the long run, I found out that learning other techniques to deal with ADHD disorganization, um, there's different ways to become more organized, to slow things down, slow your mind down. Usually, if you feel overwhelmed, the overwhelming feeling comes from within, not necessarily out here. If you can deal with your own thoughts, your own emotions, out here is easier to deal with.
So you're saying there are definitely natural ways that are,
Yes.
I like to say, more body friendly instead of putting a chemical or a prescription drug in your body. And ultimately, these prescriptions are more like a band aid. Now, I think some of them can be life saving, but they should not be lifelong because there are other effects.
These are stimulants. A lot of times they speed up your heart rate, raise your blood pressure.
That can be good for people with heart problems.
Well, before I had so many heart problems, I was having pancreatic problems. I was in a hospital. They took my prescriptions away from me, and I was on a lot of sedatives because of the pain. So everything was being removed, and I asked the doctor, well, can I have my medication for my ADHD? Sure. You're no longer taking this. As soon as I took it, all the monitors on me, the nurse runs in and said, what did you just do? Your blood pressure went up, your heart rate ran up. Did the doctor say you can do that? Yeah, she's down the hall. Go ask her.
So people with cardiovascular problems probably don't have any business having that other in their body because it just works against the problem.
Well, it may help fix that one problem. The ADHD may help in the short run for that. But everything else it affects,
The expense of it.
even if your insurance covers the pills, all the other problems that it creates along the way, I don't think are worth it.
And what about caffeine? Because that's also a stimulant.
Some people will say, oh, the caffeine works great with my medication. Caffeine raises your heart rates. It, it constricts your blood vessels. Do you really want to add that to your medications that's already doing some of that?
I think somewhere I've heard that caffeine helps with headaches.
Maybe in the short run, but when you take the caffeine away, you usually get a headache.
And my question is, why are you getting the headache in the first place? And
And
that could be many things. Could
what's
be
going on in your
tension,
life?
diet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there are definitely more body-friendly ways to address that without having to push your body into, some kind of disease or pain or whatever. And then usually people go to a doctor and they put drugs on top of that, which is a temporary band-aid. And they're on it for a while, creates other problems in their body instead of just saying, okay, what's the underlying cause in the first
Where
place?
did this start? What's your health like? What are you eating? What's your weight like?
Your thoughts.
Are you smoking?
Oh, God,
What are you listening to? Are you listening to the news? Are you listening to whatever seems to make you feel the worst?
Yeah, wouldn't you say the best way to monitor that is how do you feel in your body? So what are you listening to? What are you eating? Different things, and then check in. How does this make me feel? If it makes you feel happy, joyful, up here, okay, chances are it's okay. If it brings you down or makes you feel depressed or off in any way, now I've got to say this at this point. Oh well, I eat a candy bar and I feel great.
Sugar rush.
Whomp! It's not going to last.
Down.
That's not a true feel-good feeling. Sorry.
This
Go ahead.
We're doing great.
Okay.
This isn't a one-time fix. This is moment to moment, every day. It's like steering a car. You're always having to adjust something slightly to keep it going straight. You're eating too much of this, not enough of that. Realign things, and just from my experience, that's the only reason I'm talking about this. I can't speak of anyone else's experience. The chemicals helped in the short run. In the long run, I saw when you take these away and you don't taper them off, it doesn't have very good feeling to it. You don't think well. You're not eating right because you're just shoveling food in. Because all of a sudden your body said, "Now I'm hungry. What do I do?" You're wanting a quick fix, a lot of sugar right now. I don't think it's worth it.
Long term, you're going to pay for it, and so many other problems. Sugar actually accelerates disease and the breakdown of your body. And what is it? It's more addictive than, what did it say? Cocaine. Yeah, sugar is more addictive than cocaine. And there's a lot of natural alternatives out there. There's a lot of body-friendly alternatives out there, and health doesn't have to be hard. There again, I think everything has a purpose, including doctors and prescription drugs. And sometimes, especially in emergency, like brain surgery, yeah, I had to. And when you had your heart surgery, your open heart surgery,
I cracked my chest open twice. In the short run, yeah, you've got yourself into this fix, and this is the quickest way to keep you alive.
And it should be a message to do things differently in your life.
Don't continue to do things this way. Alcohol is not a good idea. As I've said before, there is nothing useful alcohol does.
Oh, but I went through this surgery. I feel great. Let's party. I'm alive.
I deserve a treat. There's different ways to celebrate being alive.
Yeah, because you're just
trying to make it worse.
Yeah. It's just I think about people when they really want to clean up their body and get healthy, and they do like a juice fast or they eat really clean, and then it's the end of the juice fast. So it's like, okay, let's go out and have Mexican food. Let's go out and have a beer or whatever. What happens? They get sick because they are just bombarding their body with poisons after trying to clean it and heal it. And this is, it's not necessarily as quick whenever you go under surgery or you do something has to be done for a disease, like surgery. But still, you're bombarding your body with poisons, and you're going to be right back at the same problem with that heart issue, with that whatever the issue was that you were supposedly resolving.
I've got 26 stents. Some of those were bypassed because I didn't learn the first time, or the second time, or the third time. But eventually, you got to quit doing this to your body, Dan. It's not helping you in the least.
So what have you done to make a difference now? And what have you noticed?
Well, I stopped eating meat. That was a
That's
big change. Triglycerides came down. The triglycerides were most of the problem. My triglycerides were caused by the alcohol, the sugar, the meat. So I'm eating more fruits, vegetables. I still eat some cooked things. I still eat beans, some brown rice, but
Smoothies every day.
smoothies every day. But there's no more meat. And I don't miss meat. And I feel like, but I have my meat. It's my source of protein. It's like Giselle has said several times. Where are these cows and these horses getting their protein from? They're not eating each other.
Didn't you see that one cow on the way to Missouri? He was sitting, he had a napkin, he had
sitting at the picnic
says,
table.
"Where's the beef?"
Where's the beef? Yeah.
No. They get it from the grasses, which there's amino
enzymes.
acids, and amino acids make up the protein. And that's actually where you get your protein. It's not from the meat, it's secondhand. It's from the grasses that they eat. I think too many times, well, for one, a lot of times it's my belief that it's an egoic thing. I gotta have my meat, it makes me more of a man.
I gotta have my cigarettes and beer, grunts.
I tell you what, you're very much a man, and you don't eat meat, you don't smoke, you don't have a cigarette hanging out of your mouth, or
that's really attractive.
Alcohol, beer in your hand. Yeah, right. It's religion. No. Thank God. Anyway.
Don't smell like an ashtray.
Yeah. Yeah. I could go somewhere. Never mind. Anyway. Yuck. Anyway. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I think we've.
Yeah. So I guess just have to throw this in there. We are not doctors.
Nope, not a doctor. Just going by personal experience.
We're not claiming a cure. We're not telling you what to do to heal yourself. We're sharing things from our own experience and from also what we've learned from other people and their results from making these healthier changes. So there again, we welcome any questions. Healthy Living with Dan and Giselle.
She's giving me the paw.
Giving you paw. If we're going to put these up on YouTube to reach a larger audience, because people need to know there are better options to living a better quality of life. Time to sign out.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.